fun. Okay, simple. I was experimenting your new paper the other day. Today I did it again. I find it they're very dry.
Yes.
And I don't know, somehow that colors is the inks attract me, but not this one. This one is a little dry and a little
Flat.
yes. So I don't know what to say now.
Well, that's
Pretty thick.
why it's practice. It's a ply and a half. It's practice, not good schwen. Good schwen's not just practice.
And where is my other brush?
Use the samples in the mustard seed garden, blow
Yeah.
them up, put acetone over them, do a Sharpie outline over them, and use that under your paper and move that around as a template. That's very helpful.
This is my a grand teacher style. You find that most of the important stuff are very precise, that you don't go over again, except a little tiny place that you need to touch it up. Yeah.
With a bird alone, is the mouth always open to call to the other birds? Because birds are flock birds.
They're looking for me.
Yes.
No, it should be a female.
Should be a female, not
Calling male.
male. When you paint a bird alone. Woohoo, big boy! Here I am.
Now you can take pictures. Okay. Of those I said dark color, but you pick the composition that you really like. Okay. See, Zhang Daqian composition is sad. Don't
what?
like it.
Is what?
It's set.
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 No.
No wiggle.
He doesn't has a lot of interesting scene or where it is boring. Okay, but the technique like this, which we're gonna use. Okay, now. There's another artist who loves to do that and turn them into a very nice landscape. But his landscape are boneless.
Oh, okay.
And then that's not a good thing. It's just pretty, but there's no
No
structure.
strength.
Yeah, no strength. That's it. Okay. Now I got orders from internet, so the image are rather the resolution is rather bad, so you don't see a lot. Okay, you can go through that. Now,
Yes, everything is
Yeah.
big if it has
Okay.
a lot of ink.
now, so once you chosen the painting you like, then you find there's a lot of things that you need to have it first before you even painting landscapes, such as like trees, houses, boats, bridges, etc., etc. That you could find a lot in the mustard seed garden.
Yes.
That give you, but do a lot exercise. You could always make a photocopy or enlarge it. Do not paint that little tiny image. Just enlarge it, and then you learn. Okay, and then anytime you want to paint it a small version, that's much easier. But do not paint through the small version, as well as try not to paint on a small image trying to enlarge it into a largest painting, as you asked me the other day. Now, like this painting, you can divide it into, have them print it into 4 letter size, and then
Put together.
put it together as a large one. Although the resolutions are bad, but what you want is the composition. You don't really need to copy every even detail,
Right.
but you might want it to use, let's say, oh, I like this part, oh, I like this part, oh, I like this part. You might use it
Plan
in-
to leave open spaces.
in other places, okay, as well, okay?
James,
Do-
excuse me, you said the other day that the copies could just be in black and white.
Yeah.
Would that be the same for these?
Yes.
Okay, so that your
You can always
copies
look
are
at-
always
You
in
get
black
the
and white.
values.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then also save you money for printing.
yeah.
Okay, black and white is always the base. Okay, now you can always refer to the color, and then you could apply it or change it. No big deal for that. So, so that leading you what kinds of images you should choose that convert it into this type of painting I'm going to show you. That type of painting I'm going to show you
Great.
in the future. So,
The near future.
yes,
Okay.
even tomorrow night, even tonight.
There's your quadrant. Great.
But as I said before, you do that exercise on I mean, practice on those small little things that you really need. Houses, tree, all kinds of trees. Okay? Now we can close that now. Okay? Yeah. And then when I'll just pick anyhow. I have this book for 40 years at least. Okay? And that could turn into other subjects, not necessarily not necessarily a landscape. Okay. Did they always been the mirror image? You understand? When you let's say
Yeah.
you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so that give you less letting you feeling good because you're not actually copying.
Copying. Yeah.
You're learning.
Uh-huh.
Thanks. So you don't have that
Yeah.
guilty conscience in your mind, but that yeah, and so we're gonna do that.
And what kind of paper is this, James?
Oh,
Korean. It's not single line.
yeah. This is Shen, and this is Korean papers. Okay. Now this, I think I print this on a piece of glass. Okay, not on a board. I will show you all that. Okay.
I've done mono print on glass.
Printing on a glass, which is I have a little piece over there, or any other board. Okay.
But acrylic works.
Yes.
Any material works. Yeah. Excuse me. We're gonna do both of them, so you can see. Now, best thing is underneath that is clean white paper. Okay, would you take that board away for a minute? You see, I already did that. So it's dirty.
It's
It's
dirty.
dirty. Wear a glove if you want. No, this is not the right. This on. Yeah, this
It's
is.
dirty on both sides, James.
I have a big sheet of acrylic.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah,
That
that's,
will work fine.
And I've scratched it up.
Oh, then that's not so good.
And then
Well,
you
it'll
put the
just
paper
make
on.
it-
Why
interesting
not?
textures.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah,
no, I
that
did
would
that on
add text-
purpose.
Yeah.
For the tent, you scratch it up.
have you did that before?
Paint,
The monoprint on glass?
Yeah.
I have.
I
And
have.
then you put the paper on it and the texture of
No.
the scratches.
Let's see.
Not nearly as nice as yours.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, that is flat. Thanks.
Okay. I will.
What are you doing?
He's sketching out.
What he wants. That's the shapes he
Oh.
wants.
So it give you some idea that direction that where exactly your ink's going to go. Okay? Now, it's just rough. So we're going to use this ink.
Okay. Now, what's the difference between that and the yellow lid?
Just use that ink.
Okay.
Now the brown is okay, for the brown bottle
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's called best. So it's- It has a lot of oil and stuff. The other one does not. There's more of the pine soot oil. That's why the other one sinks when you do sumi nakashi. It won't work.
Use one brush. Or when you spray, be careful, okay?
Yeah.
Don't spray right.
Thank you.
It will go.
No, it
Learned
wasn't
that
for
one
you, it
the
was
hard
not to
way.
keep the ink in the lion's joint.
Yeah. Jeez.
Actually, pouring, just putting right away is rather too much. So this is the reason I don't throw those trash away in case I need them.
Oh, look.
This is just for textures, okay? And then I could use them. I could use it later. What I do here is trying to create
Waterfalls.
tones, okay, tones, okay, and then also let them spread naturally, okay. Don't worry about this one. You have to have something cover underneath. That would be better.
Oh yeah, you can just create the shape again.
Now, when you print it, you do not have to print everything, okay? And also, you don't have to do such a big area. You can just start a small little area. Where's the paper? Okay. Using other like detergent or bleach or Windex, or just giving you created some different textures, okay?
Well, yeah, because of the ammonia in it will create a different look.
Now,
You'll spot it.
Okay.
and then sometime what you print are not exactly what you want, then it's okay. Okay. Now see, I use the corner here.
If you use your hand, you'll get a hand print.
Slowly break it down, okay? this is going to be a very big block. See? No. We work on many pieces same time. We don't just work on one. Okay?
Right, yeah. You got a lot of ink there, didn't you?
Try not to put too much water. Okay. Now, Korean papers and rice papers, they are very different. Okay? Now, this time, when you clean it, try not to wipe it and just dab it, okay? So it gives you a lot of textures, all right? Okay, see? Sometimes the very first one does not give you a very nice tone.
Right.
Okay?
Right. That second one's
Take
the
those away from me.
Take all this away.
Put it away.